Hello again, and for today's content, I will be talking briefly about the Frontline News number 8 for War of the Visions. Today's video will be much shorter than usual since I believe that YouTubers such as Cabbage and Dr. Diggs do well in going over news in a general sense, so I'll focus more on their arena, guild wars, and raid changes to a little bit more in depth. So, for the arena changes, it was confirmed that the vision card bonuses have been implemented on the next update we get. So this means that if we mimic how it is right now in the Japan servers, both units and vision card bonuses in the arena will stack. This means if you use two extra large bonuses, such as the unit and the primary vision card, to rack up a large amount of bonus, it will stack in that regard. So it'll be very useful for especially arena players that are trying to maximize their points they gain when they're trying to climb. The highest bonus unit and the highest bonus vision card will combine together. Keep in mind, since it's taking the highest value, multiple vision cards do not stack, nor do the multiple bonus units. It would have to be one single unique vision card and one single unit for the highest amount of bonus that can take priority. Basically, when you're going through arena, if you're using at least the bonus vision card as well as the bonus unit, it will combine both of those bonuses. However, if you use two bonus characters or you use two bonus vision cards, it will not stack the bonuses from the duplicate instances. So yeah, basically, too long didn't read. Use one vision card for a bonus and use one unit for the unit bonus. It'll take the highest of both and combine them. Alright, for the raid changes, this is fairly nice for people who want to complete, share, or do raids more efficiently now, or people who didn't really want to do so many hundreds and hundreds of raids. These changes helps immensely in getting your completed raid item much faster and done. So first off, the rare raid pity bar, basically as you can see in the picture, if you do not get a rare raid proc within 20 normal raid runs, you will be granted a rare raid on your next raid encounter. Easily said and done. We used to have it, well actually we still have it, so if you're just encountering raids, you have a chance of getting a rare raid. Some people had level 10 very early rare raids, some people never got level 10 despite farming their +5 raid item. They never got bonus even close to level 10. It's unfortunate, it was RNG. This pity raid, the pity for the rare boss makes it so that everyone is guaranteed now at least to get one within every 20 runs basically. So this means that theoretically there should be a much larger increase for rare raids, making it possible to join, run, even leech rare raids even more since there is a pity bar for it. To make a +5 from raw materials alone, you would theoretically need about approximately 80 rare raid runs, since the rewards, as I last recall, a good amount of raid currency, 50 of the first MR items such as orange hearts, 50 of the other MR items such as ogre bristles, and 10 of the mega crysts. Since the main bottlenecks usually for raid items will specifically be the first MR item, which in this scenario that I gave as an example, orange hearts, you need about 3,995 of them. Since if you do 80 runs of the rare raid, you will, in terms of raw material, excluding the metals, you will get enough to make one +5 UR item for the raid. Going a little bit more in depth, since by 80 runs you have more than enough materials for the second MR item and the mega crisp because of the calculations I said earlier, by the 80th run you will have all raw materials to make a 1 +5 already, and a little bit extra, and the raw, not raw, but the currency metals itself you will have a surplus of, so you could either use those to buy all the recipes that you want or even other materials in the shop. So with the bonus units, however, as it says, the addition of unit bonuses, by adding units with the unit bonus to your formation, you can increase your chances of acquiring rare items. This is a bit misleading. With the bonus units, if we were to mimic exactly how it got implemented as the Japanese servers, which I assume is going to be the same, there is no actual rare item increase. It's actually a simple metal and currency. Metal and currency is the same thing here. Is a bonus there. None of the items are actually affected. We'll see if Global gets any changes from the Japanese servers. I don't think it will, since I think it'll be pretty identical. But yeah, sadly the bonus is only for metals, which is however still useful nonetheless, but it is not for items either. This does help speed up or the process of buying the materials a little bit ahead of time, so you don't need 80 runs, you could do a little bit less. if you have the bonus units, because the bonus units are a modifier to how much medals you can get. So rare raids or normal raids, if you have a bonus unit, you will get more medals in general. So you will get more currency. That means you can finish the raid faster if you wanted to just get your item and then just head out. One thing I do have to say is that the raid changes will sort of like change the dynamic of how people will join raids to an extent, at least. Because while climbing to the max level 100 raid for standard non-collaboration raids is good for the personal host milestone rewards, with the new rare raid pity system, more people are gonna try like to settle on a quick +5 raid item, and they'll be looking to join mostly only rare raids rather than normal raids, which can be an issue. However, at the same time, people who want to go more and beyond past their first one item +5, because maybe they want to get like the older raid materials, or they want to get more recipes for something else, they will still be doing their own raid as well, because as we said, you need to do at least a minimum of 20 raids before you can get a rare raid, unless you get RNG proc. So that means there will still be people clearing the regular raids, but there will be more people looking for rare raids or hosting even. So it'll help basically everyone in a general sense, but it'll be maybe a little bit harder if people are only trying to join rare raids instead of joining the level like 100 regular standard raids, like the normal ones, the boss itself, not the rare ones. Now for my favorite part, the Guild War news. Unfortunately, this category of news in the Frontline was it was specified as future updates, not right now or the next update. So while we do not have it now, we'll be getting it in the near future hopefully, but I still like to talk about it since it was announced to be in the future updates, just not the direct next one. So to start off, these changes for a guild battle will start showing like more real-time like statuses of the match going on, being able to see defenses and attacks instead of only being able to see the aftermaths of your attacks on your guild's end. Usually when you're in a guild war and you attack, you can see the enemy team's defense that you attacked and then your own offense, but you do not know the other side of the coin where the enemy team is now attacking you, and you do not see that. With this change in the future, you will be able to see that in real time, which is a good thing, I guess, if you're curious as to what's happening or who's getting hit first on your team, like your guild. And it's pretty entertaining if you're like interested in that type of stuff. To add on to that, battles that go on for too long in terms of like turn order, like it literally runs out the turn order in Guild War, which usually happens in like very long permanent sustained compositions and healers, or people that just do not have any DPS on their team and they're just like very beefy tanks auto attacking each other and they don't die. If they do end to a draw, as it says here, it will result in a defeat of all units. What this means is that you'll be drained of any of your remaining attacks. Your units will also be all KO'd, and the other team that you drew with will also be unable to attack and defend it. Well, not attack. They'll be defending since you're attacking, but you get what I mean. Basically, it will reduce both teams to like zeroed out or defeated. That's just is the change for draws. I guess I could agree with it, since if you do cheese builds like just perma-sustain and you have no DPS and the other team can't kill you because of that, then I guess it punishes both ends for trying to, I won't say win unfairly, but trying to, I guess, abuse the system of wasting attacks or wasting abilities only with no actual goal in mind to try and win the matchup. Lastly, and most importantly, in my opinion, is that now when ending in a draw against enemy guilds at the end of the Guild War result, the teams with more attacks like left over from teams will win now. This helps shifts the guild to start attacking more meticulously while working on defense that can waste enemy attacks even more. The reason why I say that is that because attacks, like remaining attacks, are gonna be much more like valued now. In situations where like if you do your round 1 attack and you have only a single unit, like maybe a Kane that had his guts or immortal spirit procced, and he's the only lone survivor on your team and you have only 1 attack left, you don't really have a good chance of taking out another team. And if your guild is to draw at the very end, your Kane being alive there, the single Kane with 1 HP with the 1 out of 2 attacks still left over, that 1 attack will contribute to the draw, so that your team has that 1 extra attack there too. So basically, you could decide if maybe you do need to use your attack and it will help like win. Maybe like there's 1 HP Kane on the other team, 1 HP Kane on your end, and you want to chance it that you can get that win, and then someone else on your team doesn't have to waste an attack on it. That also works too. Basically, it'll help your guild basically on your attack. If you were to save your attack after you have like a really bad round 1 and you do not have a good winning chance at your R2 or round 2, then it's fine to just not attack pretty much. Like once the draw implementation is in the game, because like it says, the more remaining attacks you have will push you to winning instead of having a draw again. So that's why I think this change is really nice. Since there will be less draws now, it'll be more dependent on how well, precisely, or carefully guilds have attacked now, if they do end up as full clearing. And here we are, we're at the end of this shorter than usual video. If you guys want me to cover the front lines and or news in the future outside of the guild wars and arena changes and the raid changes, let me know in the comments. If anything, I assume that since like Cabbage and Dr. Diggs and some others have been doing it, it'd be a little redundant if I did, but if you all want me to do it, I'll probably do it in the future upcoming news if people request for it. As usual, thanks for watching, and if you like today's content that I made, like and subscribe. Until the next video though, peace out.